Well, we are counting down to the 88th Annual Academy Awards.
Pop that popcorn. Movie reviewer Matt Perrone takes us on a trip. It's out of this world. Welcome to day 6 of the Oscars overview. It's getting closer. Only 3 more Best Picture nominee reviews left until the Oscars air here on ABC Columbia on Sunday. We've reached our second to last fictional movie of the nominees. It's a Ridley Scott film, and normally when you hear that name, you can pretty much assume that space is involved, and this is no exception. So here's my take on the sci-fi adventure / comedy, according to the Golden Globes, The Martian. The crew of the Ares 3 are on a mission to Mars, collecting samples and performing experiments and research on the planet. Upon learning of a storm approaching that has become faster and stronger than anticipated, Commander Lewis, played by Jessica Chastain, orders the mission aborted. As the crew leaves their hab to make their way to the departure ship, astronaut Mark Watney, played by Matt Damon, is struck by debris and flung off into the storm. Receiving readings that his suit was compromised, the crew makes the impossible decision to leave him behind to ensure their own survival. Injured, Watney awakes and makes his way back to the hab. He manages to patch up his wounds and begins to assess his situation. Fortunately, the crew was only halfway through their mission, so he has some food, but not nearly enough to survive until a rescue mission can reach him. Being a botanist and general scientist, he is able to use his knowledge to create water and cultivate soil in order to grow potatoes. Although he has solved the starvation issue, nothing matters unless he is able to alert NASA that he is still alive. Once again, through ingenuity and wit, he is able to accomplish this feat, and now the greatest minds in the world are scrambling to find a way to bring him home. As the movie progresses, plans are devised on both sides, but pursuant to Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong does. For every successful step, an equally catastrophic event occurs. Watney is put through a roller coaster ride of hope and despondence as each success and failure come to pass. Eventually, a new plan is formed that in theory will work, but it puts Watney's original crew in danger and is directly shot down by NASA. His crew decides to risk both mutiny and their own lives in order to try to bring him back. We're forced to watch from the edge of our seats in suspense as a rescue attempt is made, all the while more hurdles continue to appear along the way. I actually saw this movie back when it was released, but it was a week that I chose to review something else. I enjoyed the film, but I just never expected it to be nominated for a Best Picture award. So I watched it again, and upon the second viewing, I can definitely respect the nomination. It actually won a Golden Globe for Best Comedy, which at first seemed weird, but upon watching it one more time, you realize that Matt Damon has all of these great one-liners that are made all that much more funny by the dire situation that he's in. The entire cast is great, and the movie ends up being an experience for you rather than something you're just watching. The visuals are stunning, and suddenly you find yourself in all of the characters' shoes, experiencing all of their emotions, going from holding your breath to gasping at all the right times. The film does a good job of explaining the science behind everything, and luckily for us, we just have to accept it as a fact rather than trying to understand it. Definitely an enjoyable movie. I don't know if it can beat out all its competition, but it is a must-see. Well, this has been your Oscars overview. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our last Based on a True Story nominee. Back to you.
You know, most of the stories that Matt has looked at, he's liked. He's given a thumbs up to.
Yeah.
So a lot of them definitely earning that Oscar nomination.
Definitely interested in seeing that movie after his review. We're interested in seeing your final look at your forecast coming up next as well.
That's right. We're coming back live from Annie Gervais.